Castor oil is a $1.3 billion industry, and I had no idea. It's no wonder that everywhere I turn, it seems to be that somebody's talking about it, making a video about it, on Instagram about it, giving a testimonial about it. And while it does pale in comparison to the $576.9 billion spent annually in the pharmaceutical industry, but I'll get to that later. So I did a little deep dive into castor oil and found 5 secret uses that you didn't know that you needed. Number 1, I became aware of not too long ago, but as I looked into the research, I found some very cool things, and that is as a lash growth serum. A quick look at Amazon reviews, and it's easy to see the anecdotal evidence. Reviewer after reviewer talks about how their lashes and their eyebrows are both thicker and fuller. But my question was, why does this actually happen? In March 2012, there was a study conducted by a group of researchers on the subject of male baldness. In this study, a link was discovered between something called PGD2 or prostaglandin D2 elevation and hair loss in mice and then in men. So just so that we all are on the same page, prostaglandins are lipids, and lipids are part of our cell membrane that help control what goes in and out of our cells. So they're a really important part of cell communication. Now back to the research. Their research showed that high levels of PGD2 are present in the scalps of balding men compared to their haired counterparts. This study was exciting because one of the herbs that was tested, you guessed it, was castor oil in this particular study, or Ricinus communis as it was identified in the study. The researchers discovered that ricin oleic acid, a major component of castor oil, has a few properties that made it a standout as a potentially effective inhibitor of this PDG2. The striking similarities can be seen in this image, which show the chemical makeup of the prostaglandin structures compared to the makeup of the ricinoleic acid. So what does this actually mean? Well, there's no concrete evidence per se, but all roads seem to point to the potential of castor oil to inhibit this PDG2, which might cause the thinning of hair, which explains all those Amazon reviews. Have you ever used castor oil as a lash serum? Did you see results? I'd love to know in the comments. I know I was doing eyelash extensions for a while, and when they came off, I felt like I had no eyelashes. I'm sure anybody that's done that has had that experience. And so that is actually when I looked on the internet to try and find something to help me. I didn't want to put harsh chemicals on my eyelashes, and so I resorted to castor oil. And I was super consistent for about a month, and I gotta say, I wish I'd taken before and after pictures because I saw a dramatic difference. I'll see if I can dig some up if I took any selfies. Let me know if you've had some similar experience, and let me know in the comments. The number 2 secret is called the Pachodi method. According to Ayurveda, the Pachodi gland is a small subcutaneous gland located behind the navel. It's believed to be a gathering point for over 72,000 veins, nerves, and tissues in the body. And as such, it's considered a key point in Ayurvedic healing. If you're not familiar what Ayurvedic healing is, it's the ancient art of healing the body, and it originates in India. So according to these ancient principles, the Pachodi gland is connected to the digestive, the respiratory, and the reproductive systems, as well as the nervous system. So by applying oil to this point on the body, the Pachodi gland is stimulated, and the benefits of the oil are said to be absorbed by the entire body. I'm somebody who loves and respects all natural healing, and I am totally open to this idea. I love learning about all the different natural methods to care for the body. Are you familiar with Ayurveda? Do you implement any of those principles? I would love to know. So according to Ayurveda, castor oil is a powerful oil that's often used, obviously, for its healing properties. It's believed to have a cleansing effect on the entire body. The oil Pachodi method is believed to have the following health benefits: improving digestion, relieving stress and anxiety, and enhancing the health of our skin. You guys, that was a lot of fun to research. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet, but lots of good stuff. If you like this type of comment, please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments, because I will keep making it. You'll also be notified the day that my new videos come out, and it would mean a lot to me. Secret use number 3 is to detox your liver. A 2012 study set out to test whether or not there was a benefit to what is called castor oil packs. If you're not familiar with this, this is the practice of putting castor oil on a fabric band, if you will, and placing it over your liver, kind of tying it to your body, and then allowing that castor oil to soak into your skin without getting on your clothing. This study showed some pretty amazing findings. It found that after just 2 weeks of using castor oil packs, participants had improved immunity markers, liver enzymes, and cholesterol levels, even among those whose liver and cholesterol enzymes were elevated outside of the normal range at the beginning of the study. Fun fact, the liver, according to Chinese medicine, is where we hold our anger. If you want to deep dive with me on that, be sure to check out my video, How I Healed My Liver by Addressing My Anger. More long-term studies need to be done on this topic, but hey, that says a lot about why castor oil is called by so many a miracle. It makes sense. I believe that God put all the things that we need on this earth to take care of our bodies, so this is not a huge surprise. Secret number 4 is castor oil's ability to induce labor. The journal Women and Birth found that 91% of all women who consumed castor oil to induce labor gave birth vaginally, quickly, and after very few complications, if any, for both mom and baby. In experiments on mice, researchers showed that ricinoleic acid induces laxative and labor-inducing effects by interacting with molecules called EP3. When castor oil is taken internally, ricinoleic acid latches onto these EP3 molecules in smooth muscle cells on the walls of the small intestine and causes contractions, which explains why castor oil is so effective as a laxative. Similarly, researchers showed that ricinoleic acid binds to these EP3 receptors in the uterus and causes contractions. The team published its results today in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. And finally, secret number 5 that I am assuming the $576.9 billion pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know is that evidently ricinoleic acid, the main component of castor oil, has demonstrated powerful anti-inflammatory properties when consumed and applied topically, with studies showing castor oil to be just as effective as relieving pain in cases of knee osteoarthritis and chronic rheumatoid arthritis. Just as effective as medication, but without the negative side effects. If this is the case, this is really big news. Another category of pain relief is menstrual cramps. A lot of women deal with pain from menstrual cramps each month. Castor oil may lessen the inflammation and thus make blood flow to the pelvic area better, easing the pain linked to menstrual cramps. The next category is obviously joint and muscle pain, and castor oil's potential to combat inflammation and reduce pain makes joint and muscle pain easier to bear. Now, I've been using castor oil on my face for a few months. I mean, I am 50 and I don't wear a ton of makeup. I will see if I can pull up some old embarrassing selfies to share. But what I'm gonna do is be real consistent with my lashes. I have one eye, the left side, like my eyebrows and my eyelashes are always a bit thin. Would you like me to do like I used castor oil consistently for 30 days kind of video and show you some before and afters of my lashes? If you do, let me know in the comments. I'm also going to let a couple of my daughters know what I learned about menstrual cramps. So I'm really curious, have you been using castor oil? What has your experience been? I mean, there are literally 100,000 reviews on Amazon for some of the really high quality castor oil. So obviously people are having amazing results with it. I would love to know what yours are. Now, speaking of buying castor oil, if you're gonna buy it, from what I've researched, you wanna make sure that first of all, it's cold pressed, it's hexane free, it's organic, and in a dark, preferably a glass bottle. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but a lot of people are recommending the Queen of Thrones. She seems to have a lot of information and also a good source of castor oil. If you like this video, be sure to check out 3 Signs You Need a Detox, where I break down some of the organs of the body in a way that you may not have heard before. Thanks for watching.